I just came across an interesting video uploaded over a year ago by one Bienki. I most certainly probably pronounced it incorrect. And the video is entitled, I Try to Buy Lunch Using Silver. I'll put the link in the more information box. There's a couple other ones that I've seen as well, but I'm mainly going to put this one in because the video quality of them is the best. So let's take a look at this. He's made an order for his food, and here we go. So she stated that she's never seen that before, and that is a silver eagle. Another, what's that? Continue on. So she was asked from the gentleman, do you take silver? Which, if you're in a money type of business, you should know that. Unless, of course, people have been indoctrinated so much into the fiat dollars of what money really is, which obviously is the case. Let's continue on further. So he wants to trade a $5 bill in for that. Use that as $5, even though it only says 1 on there. And back then the spot price was 27, and it's went up since then. She says she doesn't know what it is. Now, thankfully, the customer is going to help inform them. See? Yeah. And then he explains the spot price. Now, if you look at her face, you can see the high altitude of confusion. Now, if you look at her face, you can see the interest. Again, the lack of awareness, but it looks pretty cool. I can just tell by looking at the way she's thinking, just by looking at her face again. And, of course, the manager, definite confusion.
No, it's 1 ounce of pure silver. Oh, you don't take silver? I guess not.
Okay, you don't take silver, he asked, and she says, I guess not. Man, they lost out in a huge deal. $5 for that? Wow.
Here's $20. Thanks for participating in my little survey.
No problem taking the fiat dollars. Look, I got put a couple other ones down below, trying to use another one like that, a silver dollar, as well as even a gold coin. Some interesting stuff. Now, these people are working for minimum wage, and well, I decided to take a look at the history of minimum wage. In 1916, for California, it was 16 cents, and it hasn't changed in a while. It's $8 today. From my research over the last 100 years, it seems that the value of the currency has lost about 100 times its value. The price of gold is about 100 times higher from that point. The stock market is well greater than 100 times, and silver, not quite 100 times larger. And of course, if you look at so many other different things, I think that's what you would find as an average increase over the last 100 years. It's went up 50 times. So with this data, I could figure out, well, this is what I'll do. I'll take the price of silver at any given day divided by the price of minimum wage, which in a sense will tell you how many hours at minimum wage, not throwing any of those taxes and any of those other mumbo-jumbo stuff like how much you have to pay over spot to buy. We'll ignore that for this chart and just take the price of silver divided by the price of minimum wage. This is what the chart looks like. As you can see, it took about 16 hours to get your silver at the peak in 1980. And oh my, how cheap it was back about 10 years ago to buy your silver. The maximum was 15.95, and the lowest was 0.62 hours. To get back to the previous high of 1980, we would need to get, obviously, what number is it again? It's 15.95. So to figure that out, minimum wage is 8. So we'll take 15.95, multiply 8. It would take $127.60 using this measure to get back to the 1980 high. But it's very much interesting when you take a look at this and see how indoctrinated people really are. Here's another example here. I'm not going to play this. The audio quality is probably pretty hard for you to hear from my end, but you can go ahead and take a look at it. There's also a Taco Bell one. I think that was given by Mark Dice. And thank you for tuning in. Take care.